We have some pretty interesting news coming out of the ongoing legal battle between Hollywood A-listers Brad Pitt and Angelina. That the 58-year-old actor has now demanded that his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie, hand over any private messages related to the sale of their winery, just months after she accused him of an inappropriate relationship with one of the co-founders of the company. It seems like Brad Pitt wants to clear his name and he's demanding these private messages from Angelina Jolie. But what exactly is going on here? How could these private messages clear Brad Pitt's name? Has Angelina Jolie already implicated him in something she wasn't supposed to? Let's find out. Hi, I'm your host. Let's get started. Brad Pitt is reportedly demanding private messages between Angelina Jolie and the person who bought their former winery after she accused him of having an affair with one of the co-founders of the company. The actor is seeking any and all communications between Jolie, 47, and the current owner of Château Miraval, Yuri Camus, according to court documents obtained by People magazine. It's unclear when the request was made, but the outlet reports it was part of a long-running legal battle between the exes over the French estate they once owned together. Pitt and Jolie were declared legally single in 2019, 2 years after the actress filed for divorce and 5 months after the actor filed a counter-petition for divorce. They were declared legally single in February 2019, but many aspects of their divorce remain unresolved. The exes famously spent 6 years restoring the property, which sits about 30 miles from the city of Bordeaux. The chateau dates back to the 17th century. At one point, the exes even considered opening a bed and breakfast there before they ultimately decided to sell it. In 2021, Jolie claimed that she sold her share of the business to Pitt, only for him to later sell it to Camus without her consent. She said in the lawsuit that Pitt had promised to let her keep the share of the profits from the sale of the winery, but he allegedly refused to honor this promise. As a result, Jolie is suing Pitt for damages, alleging that he secretly sold the business without telling her first. The suit also alleged that the new owner, whose name was redacted in the documents, was not merely a business person, but rather someone with whom Pitt had a romantic relationship. Pitt, on the other hand, claims that he and Jolie signed a contract in 2008 that allowed either party to sell their interest in the winery to a third party, with or without the other's consent. In a new court filing, attorneys requested that Jolie's team turn over any communications between her and the new owner of the property, including text messages, emails, letters, phone records, and more. Pitt is obviously seeking to prove that the new owner is just a business person and nothing more. And if he can do that, then he should win this case pretty easily. The problem for Pitt is that Jolie has already implied that there is more to the story, and that Pitt did engage in an inappropriate relationship with one of the people involved in the sale. She stated in her lawsuit in the months leading up to the purported sale, Pitt informed Jolie that he wanted to get out of the business. However, instead of doing the right thing and selling his interest in the business to her as he had promised, or even suggesting a way to allow her to purchase his interest in the business, Pitt decided to take the extreme step of secretly selling the business to a third party. Jolie went on to say that the sale was only revealed to her 2 days prior to the closing. At that time, Pitt sought to compel her to sign a release of her rights to the business. She understandably refused. In response, Pitt used the purported sale to the third party as a pretext for commencing an action aimed at forcing her into accepting a highly disadvantageous offer to purchase his interest in the business. Although the statement did not name the third party, it did allege that Pitt was involved in an affair with one of the co-founders of the company, which he denies. His attorney said in a statement to People magazine, "The only thing that has been hidden from the public are Jolie's malicious allegations, which have no basis in reality. We will expose them for what they are." Pitt's attorney also denied the allegation that he and Jolie had a prenuptial agreement that would allow either party to sell their interest in the winery to a third party. The filing reads, "There was no such provision in the 2000 agreement. Nor did the 2008 agreement, which defined what constituted a major asset and required consent for disposition of such assets, contain a provision allowing for unilateral disposition of the winery." So it does seem like Pitt wants to make sure that he clears his name in this case, because his career could be negatively impacted by this. It's obvious that Pitt wants to put this rumor to rest once and for all. But the question remains, why did Angelina Jolie bring this up in the first place? Did she think that accusing Pitt of cheating would help her in this case? Or was she just trying to get back at him? Whatever the reason, Pitt is now demanding those private messages so that he can prove to the court that Jolie is lying about him having an affair with someone at the company. If he can't prove it, then things aren't looking good for him. But luckily for Pitt, the court granted his request, and Jolie is now reportedly forced to hand over those private messages. The only question that remains is when will they be made public? And speaking of public, we want to know what you think about this situation. Do you think that Pitt was having an affair with one of the co-founders of the company? Or do you think that Jolie is lying about this to get back at him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. That's all for this video. I'm your host. Stay safe and don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoy this type of content, I would really appreciate it if you could support my work. Every little bit helps and it allows me to keep making videos. You can also follow me on social media to keep up with all the latest news and updates. Thank you again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day.